Bullying took to a whole new level when the world went digital.
And a speaker for Save the Kids, Nate Webb, is joining us now to share how we got here. I mean, it happened lightning speed, and maybe we didn't know what was going to happen when smartphones started to enter our lives.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, so smartphones are a supercomputer, right? And when we give kids a supercomputer and don't tell them how to use it, it kind of goes to crap. So I'm a school counselor down in Tooele County, and so I talk to high school kids, a school about 2,000 kids. I'm over about 350 of them. The reason I became a school counselor is because of the things I went through when I was a kid. From ages 6 to 16. Starting in elementary school, I got thrown in trash cans. In 8th grade, the football team held me down while they kicked me in the groin. 9th grade, I got thrown in the dumpster. And then it all came to a point my sophomore year when 15 kids in my grade thought it'd be funny to get on Facebook and send me the same message 2 or 3 times a day for the duration of the school day. And that one message said, "Go kill yourself."
Oh, Nate. No. That should never happen in our schools, but you're saying that it does. It happened to you.
Unfortunately, it's the norm. If you look on Snapchat, if you look on TikTok, the messages kids are getting nowadays, they see go kill yourself, go KYS all the time. Just comments like that. And it's so easy because they don't see the reaction of the people they're talking to. They don't see what's going on from behind the screen, because it's so much easier to say something to someone when you can't see their reaction.
I want to talk so much more about the social media and the online aspect, but first I just have to ask you how you got through taking all of that, dealing with that. How did you overcome and thrive during that time?
I definitely didn't thrive. It sucked. But shortly after that incident, my dad sat me down. My parents weren't just sitting idly by while this was happening to me. They were trying to talk to administration, trying to talk to different parents. But one thing my dad told me really changed my perspective and helped turn things around for me. He said, "Do you know who you are?" And I realized I was allowing the opinions of the most insecure 10 people in my life to dictate my happiness. And what's sad is right now our kids are allowing the opinions of the 10 to 200 most unkind people in their life to dictate their self-worth.
So how does it change when it is smartphones and people are using social media to bully? How is that different from what you went through as well?
Well, what I went through, it was physical, right? I go to the school, I get picked on, but I go home, I get filled with love, I get filled with resilience, and I go back out into the battlefield. Kids nowadays, they take their bullies home with them in their back pocket. It doesn't stop when they go home. It's 24/7. Especially if they have their phones with them in the bedroom when they're sleeping at night. They see the hate coming in 24/7, saying that they're not enough, saying that they're not going to be enough, saying that they should go end their life. And for too many kids, that's where the end is.
So when you put it that way, that is heartbreaking. How do you prevent it, or how do you stop it, and how do you keep your kids sane and making sure that they aren't being harmed every day that way?
The best way to keep your kid from being bullied online, don't have them online. Your 9-year-old does not need TikTok. Your 9-year-old does not need social media. Your 14-year-old does not need Instagram or Snapchat. They don't need these platforms that are only geared to spread hate. They need you. They don't need you to be a superhuman. They need you to be a human. Bullies are not born, they're bred. They're trained to be bullies one way or another, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally. And they learn from us. I mean, go look on Facebook on one politically charged post where people are backbiting each other all the time, and kids see that from their parents. They see that from us adults. And we wonder why kids are so horrible to each other online. They're modeling their behavior after us.
Nate, how would you tell a child to not give bullies that power? Because now we can have the perspective and say, oh, that was insignificant. They weren't even an important part of my life. They don't truly know me. But how do we keep our kids from going that direction and saying and believing those things they're hearing?
Helping them understand that hurt people, but loved people can love people. To help them understand that this person hurting you right now, this person saying these hurtful things, saying these hurtful comments online, they're so insecure about themselves. They're hurting so much right now that they want to make someone else feel small so that they can feel big. But you don't have to give them that power.
As a school counselor in Tooele, are you telling your high schoolers to turn off the social media,
Absolutely.
put away the phone? What are some tangible steps you tell them?
I tell them, first look at your screen time. Look at how much time you're spending online and how that's affecting, and try and spend one less hour online. Just one less hour, and see how it affects your mood. And then I encourage them to go unfollow 10 people that make them feel worse about themselves, so that they stop comparing themselves to unrealistic expectations and start living real life.
And are you seeing a difference?
Absolutely. For kids that actually get off social media and live their lives, they're participating more in school, they're finding more fulfillment in life, and they're being more kind.
And I like that those steps are doable, because a teenager, I'm guessing, is going to hear that and say, I'm not going to give up my social media.
Right.
But to modify it, to change it to a healthy way, and to go and experiment and see how you feel. I think
Steps
that's
of
smart.
approximation, right? Eventually, yes, cut the social media out of their life.
Detoxing takes time, right?
Yeah.
Withdrawal and all of that, but slowly stepping away might work
Yep.
for some kids.
Where do we find you and follow along with your message?
So I'm on Instagram at bulliesbe.gone. I work for the Save the Kids organization, Save the Kids Inc. You can email me, bullies.speaker@gmail.com, and savethekids.org. So if you want to get us to go speak, I speak at schools all across the nation. If you want to get us into your school, you can email me, you can shoot us a DM. We'd love to help.
This is the good social media when you want to be on. Check them out. You're also on TikTok, Instagram. Thank you so much for all that you do in our schools and in our community, Nate.
Thank you.
All right.